This week, Spurs versus Knicks. The NBA Finals is set, and we couldn't have asked for a better matchup. June, summer. Eyes have been placed on the Greek Freak in the city of Portland by yours truly. Maybe. NFL, making some off-season news. One-star moments. Fashion fails. One-star recruits is back. Enjoy the episode.
Added bonus, the World Cup of Soccer kicks off later this month, and there's no better place for U.S. men's national team gear than our partner, Homage.com. Hoodies, soft tees, they're all available at Homage.com. If you're into football, check it out, and be sure to click the link in our show notes to help support your favorite podcast, One Star Recruit.
Yo, aloha. Welcome to the One Star Recruits podcast. Checking in 194. Summer has arrived. Body is extremely sore at all times. All times. Waking up in the morning, going down the stairs, moving up and down, sitting, going to the bathroom, my neck, my back, go ahead, Rip. Do it to him. Don't do it to him. I know I need to stretch more. I know I need to drink more water. It's crazy, though, the amount of soreness that is happening at age 44. I feel like this is it. This is just how it is. There's lots of ups and downs with kids and just like picking things up. And I think my neck at some point in time has been in a downward facing motion, and I just have not got a good quality posture situation going in weeks. I really need to think about it to execute it. It's tough, though, but I'm accepting. I moved into the accepting room. I think this is just life. And I need you to confirm. I need you to confirm or deny this, Rip. Is this just life? Just a steady stream of soreness? I mean, dude, the bottom of my feet, man. I played tennis about a week ago, and I wanted to just hit a shitload of backhands. I hit about 400 backhands, probably. It might have been too many in retrospect. I cleared it up, though. Fucking hardest thing to do in sports is a backhand in tennis, by the way. It's right up there with driving a golf ball. I would put it up with driving a golf ball and a backhand in tennis. Either you naturally have some sort of athletic ability to find a backhand and you can make it happen, or it's the hardest thing ever for 99% of us. Anyway, just trying to figure that out. I hit about 400 backhands. It was fucking nuts. The soreness of the bottom of my feet, I think I gave myself turf toe. It's an NFL injury. It's an A.J. Brown situation. Adrian Peterson, big turf toe guy. One-star recruit, friend of the pod. But my feet, man, I couldn't barely walk on day 2 after 400 backhands. And I accepted it as just this is how it is. Now I do loosen up, Rip, and I'm going to pass it to you to confirm or deny. I do loosen up as the day goes on a little bit more. There needs to be better stretching, though, I think, throughout the day would be my guess. I could be wrong, too. But tell me, man, is this just how it is for all of us? 40s, mid-40s, for the rest of our lives? You're just fucking sore and fucked up and a little bit overheated, and your stomach kind of hurts and a little foggy, a little bit lightheaded. The lightheadedness is nuts at this age. Shoot me straight.
Yeah, I got some thoughts on that. First, just to clarify, though, the hardest thing in sports is not to hit a backhand with a giant tennis racket or hit a golf ball. It's clearly trying to hit a 103-mile-per-hour fastball from Jacob Misiorowski of the Milwaukee Brewers coming at you and moving all over the place with a thin little stick. That's by far the hardest thing in sports, but I'm glad you mentioned the tennis part because you're a man, you're 40, and usually these soreness and injuries, they're followed by a flurry of physical activity that you probably shouldn't be getting into at this age. I mean, props to you for exercising and getting out there, but I think your limit is 40 backhands, not 400. You went 10 times your max, DK, 10 times.
I had to figure out I had to teach my body the mechanics of this backhand because it's gotten so lost and out of hand. Yeah, but it really is something true to my house. And So what practices? So okay, Rip. So yes, you confirm this is just how life is, how it is. Don't go too hard. I mean, are you sore? Are you waking up in the morning fucking sore? Like it's like just going to take your first piss, holding your lower back a little bit, and just kind of like activating your body, or is that's me? That's just my genetics.
Well, this is actually the perfect week for this topic because, loyal listeners, are a couple thousand loyal listeners to One Star Recruits know that I'm at Planet Fitness every week. So general soreness is generally not there. But this week, I had a big coaches softball game to close out the season at Long Beach Little League. I was part of it. I think this is the fourth year I've done it. And I've learned, DK, I get a year older every year. These younger guys coming up are 10, 15 years younger than me. I've learned that I have to prepare 2 to 3 weeks out with a stretching routine every night at 9:45. I'm doing 10 minutes of stretching leading up to this 2 hour game. DK, I have to prepare my body for 3 weeks so I'm not sore. So I did that. Back in mid-May. I started the stretching routine. I played the game, came out injury free, but woke up yesterday morning and I was actually my legs were felt heavy like tree trunks. So it is a thing, man. If you do stuff that you're not used to doing, you're going to be 5 times as sore as you were in your 20s. That's for sure.
Godspeed to both of us, man. Yeah, it's real. It's hitting me more than ever. I had to bring it up. It's just the one star top of mind, top of my list was why am I so tired and fucking sore all the time? Segment though, been blessed from the gods with some wonderful NBA action. NBA playoffs have been the best that I can remember since I don't know, maybe the rematch of the Warriors, the KD Warriors versus Cleveland. It's been exciting. There's been ups and downs where I thought teams were in and out, and for a moment I was riding the Spurs and I was out on the Spurs. I was with the Thunder, then I got back on the Spurs. Here we are. We've arrived. We landed on really the ideal situation for the NBA and for NBA fans. We definitely wanted to see Wemby get through. And then a couple weeks ago, we talked about the Knicks situation. They're 27 years since their last finals appearance. Rip was 32. Then their last wonderful appearance. But we got what we wanted, man. So 2026 NBA finals are locked in. And I couldn't have asked for it's a dream matchup, I think, for us in sports media, for fans in general. You got Victor Wembanyama, obviously, mom, 7'7" beast, who's been playing with a heart of a lion through these playoffs. He's going to face it off against Jalen Brunson, Karl Anthony Towns, the New York Knicks. First appearance. So we got it, Rip. So kind of a it's kind of like New York Knicks fans are pumped up that they got here and they're here with this team. I can hear it in the betting lines. I can feel it in the conversations that are being had. There's a real gusto for this Knicks team. First thing I want to point out is let's be wary of the time off. It is not, I don't have the stats in front of me. I should have pulled this, Winston, but the time off in the NBA and in the NHL, and particularly in playoffs, sometimes isn't as good. It's nice to just keep the body going. It's like me. You're gonna get sore. You got to keep it going. And NBA gameplay versus NBA practice days are two very, very different things. However, we have a save the sport moment, Rip, for the Knicks. If the Knicks win this championship, it's going to be one of those all-encompassing moments. I can't think back. Maybe when I was there in the Bay Area, so maybe when the San Francisco Giants I won the championship. There's a couple of moments where the Boston Red Sox World Series, some of these teams we've been waiting for years and years and years come around and shut shit down. And now you have the alien coming to New York City to Madison Square Garden, home of one star Brendan Long, great executive for the Knicks. And you got the alien coming to shut down this dream scenario for the New York Knicks fans, playing team basketball, everything's flowing, and here comes the evil empire from San Antonio. Here they come, Rip. Which, by the way, they strategically placed two very large-breasted women right behind head coach of the San Antonio Spurs. Charles Barkley said it's home of ugly women. They're trying to change that narrative. Two boobs at a time down there in the Alamo City. But it's a matchup that we want. It's a matchup that the NBA wants. The question is, what do the one stars want here? Who's gonna win this thing? Who's gonna really come together as the next kind of generational team? Because both are young, both have good, solid rosters with fairly significant star power that can stay together for years to come. Oklahoma City's going to be there. They're going to keep being there. But these two teams are long enough to be in the picture for the next couple of years. This finals matchup will be a telltale sign of things to come, though. Wemby versus the Knicks. Rip, who do you like?
It's a great matchup, and I've been trying not to fall into the trap because 2 weeks ago I was telling anyone that listened when this Thunder Spurs series started that this was the real finals. This was the NBA finals. Whoever wins this is going to win the Larry O'Brien Trophy. And then the Knicks came in and they swept the shit out of a pretty good Cavaliers team and kind of crept up a little bit in your thoughts, made the odds a little bit closer. Like you said, they haven't done anything in like 10 days. They've been resting, probably went to Cancun for a couple days. So you'd naturally think, oh, maybe it will be a good series, a close series, but I'm not falling into that trap, DK. I'm going with what I had in my gut, and that's that the Spurs are going to kind of mop the floor with them. I'm not saying a sweep, but I'm saying 4-1, 4-2, maybe. They have home court advantage with those four nice titties in the background at the Alamo Dome, and I don't see anything getting past it. I think obviously this playoffs has been Victor Wembanyama's breakout on a national stage, on a world stage. And I think he takes it up a notch. The passion, the emotion that guy plays with, the emotion that he has in his press conferences, the passion that he has for life. I don't think you're getting past that. Jalen Brunson is a killer. He's probably the number one killer in the NBA right now out of anyone at fourth quarter clutch player. But nothing's getting past Wemby. 4-1 Spurs.
Wow. Rip. I mean, unexpected, but should have been expected from you. I'm going to go opposite. I think the Knicks pull this thing off in six, and it's going to be a win at home in New York City. Things going to get crazy. For that to happen, the Stars need to star. Jalen Brunson needs to stay in control. I think a lot of 3-pointers need to get hit because really the game plan is going to be to keep Wemby out along that 3-pointer that range, kind of following guys around, letting him get him out of the paint to disrupt as much as possible. If you can. But if he's going to hang out there, Landry Shamet, former Phoenix Suns, all of a sudden this guy's a fucking unconscious sharpshooter in the playoffs. He needs to keep it going. We're going to have Alvarado just disrupting in the backcourt. De'Aaron Fox is good, but not great. And this could be his moment to shine, or he can get shut down by this disruptor type dude his job's gonna be to fuck with De'Aaron Fox, though. That's basically gonna be his job. If he does that, I think the Knicks are gonna have it wrapped up. The question is Mitchell Robinson. He's hurt, but this is the guy who's gonna have to come in and handle Victor Wembanyama when Cat gets into trouble, when Cat's finesse game is out of whack a little bit, or he gets into some floor spacing issues or some foul trouble. We're gonna have to have Mitchell Robinson come in and do the opposite of what Chet Holmgren did in the series in the Western Conference Finals, and basically man up to the alien and not let him do what he wants. Kind of keep everything flowing the way that the Knicks want to play. Josh Hart will have to knock down threes as well. Luckiest dude around, I think, is Mike Brown. I think he's just showing up and letting this team run. That's how good Jalen Brunson is. Spurs side, though, so many exciting things happen, Rip. Wemby is great. Thank you for sharing that. How about Dylan Harper? Can we have a moment for Dylan Harper? Is this the most surprising dude? Is this the X factor for the Spurs too? You did not mention him, Rip. You did not mention it really any other guys who had huge moments in the Western Conference Finals. Anybody else on that Spurs team we should keep an eye out for?
I mean, obviously, it's their last 3 years. They've had a top 5 pick: Wemby, Stephon Castle, and Dylan Harper, like you mentioned. But yeah, to me, the X factor is probably a Devin Vassell type who is capable of scoring 30 in any game, like a Alex Caruso off the bench sometimes. But if a guy like that needs to be the fourth or fifth option and can score 30, I think the depth of the Spurs will also shine through. They have more depth than the Knicks do. That's it.
Who's got the better home court advantage?
MSG is probably the most famous, iconic arena in all of sports. But if you put it up against those four titties, I mean, it's probably even.
Four titties to zero titties. I mean, Kylie Jenner will be there, so there's at least two of them. But good shit. Good job. Good job, NBA. I applaud you. Well done. You got the evil stepbrother in the room, the NFL trying to stick their head in and steal your thunder, trying to eat your cookies with some offseason news. It came across the timeline this morning, didn't really shake me too much. If you're a big defensive fan or if you're in Los Angeles like my guy Rip is, a little bit different. It's Myles Garrett traded to the Rams. Some would call it a blockbuster, I suppose. It's kind of a stunner of a trade if you're a Cleveland Browns fan because things are just starting to feel. I've heard good news, good rumors about Shador Sanders. Sounds like he's at least trying to figure it out a little bit more to be an exciting player in the NFL. Exciting, that's what we want out of this team. Exciting, fast, big plays, fun. Because it's been really a dogfight and a mud wrestling ring there for the last decade. Myles Garrett, though, was the one guy you would turn into Browns game and watch him dominate, and so he's out of there. So the question is, what are the Browns doing? Are they giving up here? The other guy that we got to give a Wayne's World we're not worthy to is your guy Les Snead, the GM of the Rams. Seems like he does this he's the Sam Presti of the NFL. Seems like he's snatching a guy. We'll talk about New England too. New England does the same thing, but they snatch the guys after they're on the downward turn of their career, especially at wide receiver. They do it with defense too. I'm not even sure where Solomon Thomas is. Now, is Solomon Thomas our guy, our one star still playing, Rip? Is he in New England
Dallas
right now?
Cowboys, baby. Dallas Cowboys.
He's down in the Big D. Unbelievable he's still playing. Great engine on that dude. Not as good of an engine as Myles Garrett though. So Les Snead pulls it off. They get another wonderful presence on that line in LA to give Matt Stafford one more opportunity. There's a couple question marks with Puka Nacua. He had an interesting offseason mentally, maybe socially, some would call it. Still, time will tell how that affects him on the field. He's got to be the best receiver in the NFL for Matt Stafford for this team to go back to the Super Bowl. Lots going on there though, Rip. Start us off though. Why in Cleveland? You're a Cleveland fan. We're accepting the rebuild, or this has just made sense. This is an AJ Brown situation where we think maybe he's on the decline of his career, perhaps.
A little bit. I mean, but it's tough to get rid of a player in his prime of that caliber. But I think it's like Cardinals fans been going through for years. It's a constant rebuild, and really, I say it all the time, as depressing as it is, no matter what happens, none of it's going to matter. They got a nice 2027 first round pick out of it, but say draft someone, they're still going to go 7-10 at best, probably more like 6-11, 5-12. That's it. That's perpetual. They're probably going to make the playoffs once in a 40-year-old's lifetime, and that's it. It doesn't matter. None of it matters. Really, the story is the Rams, the fact that they're going for it. They're going balls to the wall with Trent McDuffie now, Myles Garrett. They're doing everything they can, like you said, to maximize Matthew Stafford. The problem is if Stafford gets hurt, and I know you can say this about a lot of teams, but the Rams have no backup quarterback. It's Ty Simpson and it's Stetson Bennett. So everything hinges on basically a 40-year-old Matthew Stafford. If he gets hurt, they're completely done.
It's the all-in situation. You got to love it as a fan. In Arizona, the Sad Boys Club with the Arizona Cardinals, we don't even ever go for it. Once every 30 years, there's a little semi-push to go for it, but we need a lot of luck mixed in the equation versus Les Snead dropping it on the table, two big balls, plopping them down. Every 2.5 years, it seems like this guy's dropping them down. There's an ownership group there that will put the money up too to get these guys in. But it's kind of a Golden State Warriors situation with Stafford and the last hurrah. Keep your eyes. If you're a betting man and you think people can stay healthy, they got a lot of really good guys right now in the preseason on paper. Same thing with the Golden State Warriors, especially as with the NBA kind of dribbles on. If we see where Giannis ends up, we'll take a look and see where LeBron ends up. They're going to do everything in their power to give Steph Curry an opportunity to win one more championship. Usually that doesn't happen, but I don't know. I'm feeling nostalgic, Rip. I'm feeling like this could be a year if you're going to do a futures bet and you want to go with the What's the movie with all the old people called? The Replaceables? No, I can't remember what it is. I just feel like there's a lot of guys willing to give up their egos, play their positions, and if they can stay healthy, that's the key to all this shit. If they can stay healthy. But hats off to Les Snead. And hats off if you're a Ram Nation, part of the Ramley. It's just nice to want to go get W's. I hand clap you. You read that today on your ESPN timeline when you were cruising into work, sipping on your oat milk latte and eating your banana bread, and you probably felt good. You probably warmed up. It's like taking a little, just taking a little warm up before getting into work for the day. So I give you a hand clap, 1-star moment to you. AJ Brown, I mentioned him. We can roll over this pretty quickly though, Rip. But he's on the New England Patriots. This was going to happen all year. We knew it was going to happen. He played with Mike Vrabel. Once Mike Vrabel was throwing that meat around a little bit, they had to pause this signing to make it happen. Eagles Twitter is going a little bit crazy. I just got a glimpse of Twitter for a second. I popped it on before the podcast, blasted me in the face with a bunch of Eagles hate already, ready to see who wins this battle between Philly and AJ Brown. At the end of the day, the question is this guy at his DeAndre Hopkins leaving the Texans level of wide receiver, or is he does he still have some juice in the tank? That's the question. Nobody knows. We'll see. Another comeback, sports wise, Rip, real fast. Not a 1-star. I would love for her to be a 1-star recruit in the future. I'm putting it on my wish list, especially now. Winston, add her to the wish list. Serena Williams, she's coming back. Rip, I got to bring some tennis back into this. You only gave me 2 minutes on my backhand, which, by the way, thank you for cursing Yannick Sinner. 1-star curse Yannick Sinner. Took his first loss in 27 matches or whatever the hell it was because Rip decided to get on here and start talking tennis about Yannick. Gave him a complete 1-star, gave him just the 1-star kiss of death. There you go. But Serena's coming back. Great time to come on the podcast and talk about it. Father time. She's 44. Unfortunately, I feel like this really could be a Michael Jordan with the Washington Wizards situation, but tennis is at this turning point where it's going in a direction that's up, and the hockey stick curve is going in the right direction, but it's being carried on the men's side by two guys, Carlos Alcaraz and Yannick Sinner. After that, it's just a hodgepodge of just random good-looking humans. Everybody could be models down the line in the ATP tour, but those two guys are the only dragon slayers. Those are the only big dick swingers. It's a two-man league on the men's side of professional tennis. The women's side is up for the taking, and they need a leader. They need just a Tiger Woods figure. They need a Lindsey Vonn figure. They need somebody to just reset the pace. It's a hodgepodge. It's a smorgasbord of international players and Slovakians and Yugoslavians and a mixture of a couple American. There's no leadership going on to take tennis into the next realm. It's been a wonderful season so far. I've been watching a lot of matches. I've been excited, but I'm ready for Serena to come back and just kind of give a little boost to tennis. We're losing people like you, Rip. You sticking with us through the French Open? Am I catching you at 9:30 at night watching a little Tiafo tennis match at Roland Garros, Rip? I doubt it.
You lost me during that 2-minute segment. Of course, I'm not watching the French Open. I've been out since round one.
It's time for a boost. We need a Mountain Dew kicker. We need somebody to come in here and give it a shot of espresso. I don't know if Serena's the person. Nick Kyrgios was the guy 5 years ago. He's gone. That was kind of clown town. Who's the next person? Step up. Hit us up on social. Maybe it's me when I get my backhand and my turf toe in order.
Can you tell me how to pronounce the 19-year-old Brazilian kid's name? There's a lot of vowels in that first name. Joao?
João Fonseca.
Yao Ming?
Fonseca. Yao Ming. Yeah, Rip. Yao Ming. That's the one. Nailed it. You probably were the guy online who set the record for WNBA, man. WNBA. Paige Beckers. $64,720 for her rookie jersey. A record. People are up in arms, man. People hate women's sports being great. This is crazy to me. Our guy Train Gilbert is losing his mind at this right now. He can't even imagine. But shit went pretty viral. Sparks has kind of sparked a debate too. Is should a women's rookie jersey of Paige Beckers be worth more than I had most of the men playing basketball over the NBA? Carter Bryant couldn't get 64 grand if his life depended on it. Jordan Poole, you think our guy Jordan Jimenez could go out in the streets and get 50,000 plus for a New Orleans Hornets Jordan Poole? Authentic? Ain't happening at all, man. Is this guy an idiot, Rip, or this gal purchasing this Paige Beckers $64,000 J? Is this a one-time thing? Is this an OF super fans or a bubble?
Hey, one woman's trash is another woman's treasure. It could have been her fiance that bought it. Who knows? She's on the same team. It only takes one person, DK, to up those eBay bids, as I know from past auctions.
What a world we live in, Rip. We're all up in it, man. My mind's going in tons of directions where I could go with this. I'm going to keep it positive women's sports, non-sexist, representing everybody's getting paid. I read an article that there's a $14 million payout going to past WNBA stars for them getting disrespected for the last 25 years. Share the wealth, share the money, let everybody eat. One-star moments of the week. We all have them. We talk about them. Lead us off, Rip. What do you have?
I had a true one-star athlete moment this week, DK, which both of us are. I mean, you can't hit 40 backhands, let alone 400. I get sore approaching age 50, believe it or not. I know everyone thinks I'm in my 30s. I still get carded. But yeah, true one-star athlete moment. As I mentioned earlier in the show, we had our annual coaches softball game. It's the younger divisions versus the older division. Not surprising that I went 3 for 3. I think I have a lifetime average of like 833 in that game. Not hard for me to get hits, but I did get a great hit in the top of the ninth inning. It was a back and forth game, about 8 lead changes in 9 innings. I got what I thought was the game-winning hit in the top of the ninth inning. I roped a double. I laced a double into the right center field gap. Got to second without pulling a hamstring. I thought we had the game, DK. We were up 12-10. So the inning ends, a couple batters after me, and the one-star moment, the true one-star moment was a former college player on one of the older guys' teams, a much better athlete than I am, ends up hitting a walk-off grand slam in the bottom of the ninth. 5-star moment for him, but a true one-star athlete moment for me, because as good as we can get, DK, that's as good as we can get, and then you end up losing in the end anyway.
One-star losers, one-star winners. Proud of you for still getting out there. Your sense of community. What would you say your sense of community is, Rip? If somebody asks you where you get your sense of community from, is it from adult league men's sports or coaching kids? Where's your sense of community?
It's a good question. I think it's just something that's a part of personality. I mean, I wasn't. My parents weren't big in the community when I was growing up. But I think even if I didn't have kids, the kids definitely help because they get you involved in so many more activities. But even if I didn't have kids, I'd be probably running for city council or some random thing like that. So I think it's just part of personality, to be honest. Bringing people together. That's what I love to do.
You're going to live. You're Blue Zone, Rip. You're going to be a centurion, Rip. Live to be 100, man. Sense of community. All these good friends. Coming up here to visit your boy, DK Jr.'s birthday. Breaking news. Got Rip coming up for a PDX visit in late July. Need to check on some events going on. Stay tuned. We'll keep you posted. I think that the situation is that we're going to put Rip up in a luxury hotel in downtown Portland. And we're going to treat him to a wonderful food adventure. We'll maybe mix up. Maybe we'll go catch up this an Icelandic indie pop icon of Monsters and Men on their Mouse Parade tour at McMenamin's Edgefield. Maybe I'll take you to some live music, Rip. Maybe we'll go sit in the grass, do a little weed. It's legal here. It's what people do. Some piano in the park, perhaps. Weird Portland. Scale of 1 to 5. How excited are you for this trip? You've never been, right? We're going to check it off your list. You want to see drug users? You want to see some nudity? You want to see some hogs out here? Are you strip club capital of the world, which is so surprising to me. I walk around just in life here in Portland thinking like I'll see females and I just think, who is a stripper here? I can't figure it out. I need to go in and just explore and see who they are because everybody looks like a lesbian from the show Pat, from the movie Pat. I don't get it. But what do you got on your list? What's the top thing you want to see? You want to see Providence Park? You want to go over a bridge? You want to eat at a food pod?
Of course, I'm excited to see you and your wife, but come on, DK, I'm coming up for DK Jr. I think the move is probably it's DK Jr.'s first birthday. I haven't met the guy. I haven't held a baby in probably 3 years. I think the move is for me to be with DK Jr. all weekend, and you and your wife go stay in the luxury hotel. I think that's what's going to end up happening.
Oh, no chance, bro. And with toddlers and babies, it's like you say that. Everybody says that when it's not your own, and it's about 6 to 8 minutes before you're on to the back of your life and you give the toddler or baby back to the people caring for him. I know that trick, Rip, trying to form a bond with these toddlers. They're on their own
Here's
mission.
the true test. Does he let me hold him immediately? Never having seen me in his entire life. Maybe has heard my voice a time or two when you're blasting the podcast, but having never seen me with my either have a scary face or a comforting face, does he cry and push me away, or does he immediately let me hold him?
We will see. We'll put it on social. I'm concerned about the pock marks on your nose. We discussed it last week. Think you're a great candidate in the future for a nose procedure with some of the pox you got going on. So we'll see this. I mean, you're a weathered faced man from Arizona. This baby is used to seeing pleasant people here in this state of Oregon who have fair skin, gentle smiles. You're a grotesque man from Los Angeles. We'll see, bro. Get this thing going. I'm proud. I'm proud that you got a ticket though and are flying up, dude. Amazing. Good friendship. Good sense of community. Blue zone right there, Rip. And you're gonna go to heaven, most likely. Most likely a heaven going to guy. Good man. 1 star right there. For me, I 1 star moment of the week was it was kind of a convergence of events that was me being just a 1 star out of place fish out of water. Wife invited me on Friday, not invited me, told me I will be going to a gala, an event at the Portland Art Museum. I didn't ask for any information. She didn't give me any information. About 20 minutes before leaving, I got out of the shower and I'm staring at my closet, which is full of thrift store stuff. Remember my stories, how I was talking about thrift stores and how, well, here comes my time to shine a little bit or not shine. I just have no idea what I'm attending, but I think, hey, this is a good night for me to go grandpa chic. So I go baggy chinos, I believe some Eddie Bauers, some fresh Eddie Bauers, straight leg chinos, big bottoms, put on a fine pair of brown loafers, a wonderful sweater, a beautiful blue Laura Piana sweater, and a white shirt with my big black glasses. Okay? Problem is, I come downstairs, wife immediately says I look like an 87-year-old grandpa. Alligator belt on too. Feeling myself. Look like an old man. Even said I smell like an old man. I don't even know what that means. I think that's just the Dial soap that I use. I've gone back, Rip. I've tried all the different soft soaps or whatever people call them, all the stuff. I'll go to Target and I'll look at all the soaps and smell them, the fucking pear and whatever. I'm back to straight up from South Phoenix, Dial Corporation, sponsors of the Suns for many years. Dial. What did Al McCoy used to say about Dial? Dial up a 3? Who knows? I'm back to Dial though. I just do a bar of fucking soap. I'm back. I don't care what people say. I don't even care. That could be my 1 star that I'm back. Apparently, it sounds like an old man though to my wife. So we show up to the event. I walk in. Immediately as we're walking up, I realize that I'm fucked. I'm in these fucking chinos and this thing. People are dressed up like it's the Met Gala. of Portland. Full dresses, tuxedos, super cool. Everybody's cool. So I just shimmy in and one star myself in a corner and eat hors d'oeuvres and sip white wine and just let my wife talk to people. She introduces me awkwardly to like three people. It's like the kind introduction to like my here's my husband. I'm like, hi. I don't even have anything to say. I don't even have like that. It's so clear that I'm just a husband of an attendee who's not fashion forward, who's just doing his best to sip some white wine and eat a couple crudités, have a little bit of sauté before going into this arts award show that I once again know nothing about. Turns out they ended up serving a full course Indonesian meal from a great fucking restaurant. I haven't had Indonesian food ever, I don't think. Slapped, was amazing. We had a great time. I got semi drunk, drunk enough to well, save that for another pod for the Patreon. But it was a really one-star social outing for me. I flopped probably 3 or 4 conversations. I interrupted probably 6 times. I double asked questions probably about 4 times. It was just a classic 1 star lack of socializing and then lack of understanding where I was going to. So I purposely stood out like a moron. But hey, that's life, Rip. I'm out there. I'm participating. I'm doing stuff.
Stay weird, DK. Stay weird, Portland. That's all I got to say. What a story.
Rex of the week. What do you have?
Yeah, man. Temperatures are rising across most of the country as we approach summertime here. There's no better feeling, man, in my eyes, than during the summer than cracking open an ice cold Sierra Nevada lager. It's my favorite beer on the planet. Always has been since I was little. There's currently a national parks collection. I'm actually sipping on one right now. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm sipping on a cold Sierra Nevada bottle right now. All over the bottle is nice pictures of Yellowstone National Park. There's a nice National Park Foundation symbol on there, some sort of sponsorship with them or something. But I feel like I'm in Wyoming looking at bison right now. It's such a great feeling. An ice cold Sierra Nevada. It's about 75 degrees here in Long Beach, but I feel like I'm at Yellowstone or Yosemite. So that's the rec of the week. That's it. It's nice and simple. I feel like I'm always drinking something alcoholic during this podcast. So I might as well recommend it. Sierra Nevada National Parks Collection. Go get you some, man. Even you non-beer drinker, I think you'd like it.
It's very timely, actually, Rip. Very timely. That's my Trump. Very timely. Actually, very timely. I'll be in Montana in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. I'll be in Montana on the Yellowstone River, sipping a National Parks IPA now that you gave it a good rec, dude. That's it. It's perfect for me. I'll pair it with some rainbow trout and some Spanish rice, freshly caught. God willing. We'll see. We'll see. It's a good rec though. What do you say? Would people call you a light drinker, a medium drinker, or would people behind your back, like when they're talking to their spouse, be like, "Damn, Rip's kind of an alk." Where would you consider yourself?
I think I'm pretty moderate, 98% of the year, unless you get me in front of a bar in Laughlin where Anthony, the nice bald headed man, Anthony at the Golden Nugget is the bartender. Then I might drink 19 rum and cokes in the span of 45 minutes. It's happened before.
Damn, pants come down for Anthony the bartender. Rip loses it. Loses his control. So I didn't lose my control in my 1 star moment of the week. I actually came up, but I was nervous to talk about it fully because I didn't understand. I just didn't understand how you're supposed to deal with this in life. So in my townhouse that I rent, there's it's fully furnished. So it's fully stocked as if an Airbnb would be stocked, but even a little bit more because people live here. So there's just fully stocked, first aid kits, and there's a couple of things still in the garage, and there's Christmas lights. I'm trying to paint a picture for you with things that are left behind that are not mine that I own. But now I'm here. We've been here for 3 months. We're going to continue to be here. So I'm looking at shit. I find myself going through, oh, what's this? Oh, that's some steel cut oatmeal with protein. Oh, it's from 2023. probably throw that away. I'm finding shit here. So in my garage this last week, found a couple shoe boxes. I pulled them out, and they're these shoes that look like chunky Converse. Did I tell this story already?
No.
They look like chunky Converse. Not really my cup of tea off the bat, but they're cool looking. They're white and red, and they look like really nice, like they're really nice material. So I grab them, put them to the side, and then there's another box with no shoes in them. So I get these shoes out, pull them out, put them on. They fit. I'm size 11. They're size 11, so they're the exact right size. Turns out, put them into the good old Google machine. The pair of shoes that I found sitting in my garage are called Visvim Skak. The Viz VISVIM. How do I say that? Visvim VISVIM.
Sounds like it.
Visvim. And the model is the Skagway shoe. You can Google it if you want. These are Japanese Americana high-end luxury designer sneakers, is what it says on Google. Premium, heritage-inspired reinterpretation of the classic American canvas sneaker, known for its distinctively chunky, slightly exaggerated silhouette. The Skagway blends vintage court shoe aesthetics with high-end artisanal craftsmanship. Okay, cool. Sounds like I got a good shoe here. Here's the fucking part, Rip. The one-star moment. Start doing a little look-see on where these things fall in price range. Go. You want to take a guess? Visvim, Japanese footwear.
I mean, now that you're bringing this up in Rex of the Week on One Star Recruits, I'm saying $600.
So I put them into the Google machine. Look at the kind Skagway. That's the style that it is. Pop it in. You're not gonna believe it, bro. $1,400 fucking dollars. $1,400.
So what are you doing with them?
This is on a secondary platform. This is on Go or some pre-owned. You get some pre-owned ones or ones that have been worn before for $600 to $850. But these were unworn with all the tags on them, everything, and they were dead stock because they were from 2022. There was still a receipt on them. 2022, and they were dead stock, not available anymore, and haven't been worn. So I was
someone in Japan's going to buy them and pair it with that Paige Buckers rookie jersey, and they're going to be walking around Tokyo.
Possibly they should. So I like a schoolboy. I go prance up to my wife's room. She's like reading a book, doing something adult, and show her these shoes. And I do my same spiel with her. What do you think these cost? She's like $60. Like, what are those? Are Converse or what are they? Fucking tell her. She smirks. She doesn't care that much. And I asked her the same thing. What should I do with them? Should I sell them? Should I wear them? Should I keep them in the garage? Should I try to find the prior owner? What should I do with them? And she said, you should just wear them. So I said, okay, I'm going to fucking wear them. So 3 days later, I took them out on a dog walk. Incredibly uncomfortable first time wear, and gave me 2 humongous blisters. 1-star moment. However, I read on the Google machine that you got to break these things in and then they become the most comfortable shoes that you've ever worn. Now I'm coming at you 6 days later. I've done 15-minute increments each day to break them in a little bit more. I'm pairing them with basketball shorts, a white t-shirt, and $1,400 fucking shoes on my feet, walking my dog every morning with DK Jr. That's what's happening here right now, Rip. That's what's happening. So I play tennis with my landlord, who's also my next door neighbor. He's an awesome guy. I wasn't sure if I should bring this up or not with him because I didn't want him to think that I'm stealing shoes. I didn't want him to be like, you should send them back. Maybe they're his shoes. I don't know. So one day after we're playing tennis, I say, hey, there's a couple shoe boxes in the garage. What should I do with them? He's like, oh yeah, the guy who lived here was an anesthesiologist and he was addicted to this brand of shoes. He had like 60 pairs of the same shoes. And in fact, when he moved out, he put them all out front and put a free sign up, and I actually got a pair. They hurt my feet, so I don't wear them, but I got a pair. So keep them. And I said, I got them. He said, yeah, keep them if you want them. Who cares? So there you go. On top of this Visvim Skagway shoes, $1,400, wearing on my. I need to take a picture of me wearing these shoes with my fucking and one basketball shorts and my one star recruits t-shirt. I mean, that's just crazy right there. On top of it, the other good find I found in the garage that I think the same person left was these away chargers, these phone chargers that are also cost $450 to charge your phone wherever you are internet. They're like these industrial military style phone chargers that you can bring. So I will never again be without a charged phone because of my magic garage. So I'm up almost $2,000 in stuff for my magic garage, and I possibly could be a style icon out here. So if I could have done my event over again at the Portland Art Museum and I knew what I was going to, I would have put on a sweater from Pennington that I got from the thrift store in Medford, Oregon. That's fucking awesome. With a One Stars Recruit t-shirt underneath, with my baggy jeans and my Visvim shoes. If I could do it all over again. That's how we tie a story together right there. DK on the come up.
It's disgusting behavior. You are the 1%. How rich do you have to be to not sell those immediately? Put them on. Don't look back. I found $20 on the ground at a Ralph's today, and I scooped that thing up like I was homeless, DK. You should have sold those things right away. With the minute you walked around the block in them, they went down in value $600. Who are you, man?
You're trashy and I'm classy, man. That's the difference. I will rather flex so hard when my sister comes to visit because she's the type of person who nobody in my circle even knows about these. I'm waiting for the day somebody asks me, hey, are those Visvims? Are those Visvims? Damn, nobody's fucking doing that, Rip. But I cherish the day that it happens. And you know what? I don't care, bro. I think it's funny. I'm going to take a picture. We'll post it. I think it's fucking hilarious to see me walking around human shit and fentanyl wrappers in Portland in $1,500 t-shirts. Come on. If that's not one star, I don't know what is.
My God, that anesthesiologist must have been worth millions having 100 pairs of those things. Jesus Christ.
Could have some mental issues too. Some OCD stuff. Who knows? Crazy. There's still some area of my garage that has been unexplored. So maybe when you're here, we can check it out too. Who knows what we'll find? Who knows? There's no telling. I think multiple anesthesiologists have lived in this unit over time. Rips Reacts, hit the music. So since I led off with feeling like shit and everything feeling like shit, we might as well keep it all going full circle. I haven't touched on this in a while with you because you haven't been as fat as I've been. I've stole the thunder recently. But fast food draft, if we have to go back to it, I don't know if anything's changed, Rip, over time. I know you're Long John Silver's guy. I'm not sure if you still are. If you could eat at only one fast food restaurant for the rest of your life, but you could only order 3 specific items from the entire menu, who are you picking?
That's not really a Rips Reacts question because that's going to take some thought right there. But I think probably Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich is going to be in the top 3.
I think I'm a Chick-fil-A too. That's the first one that came to my mind. I could run back Chick-fil-A 3 items pretty often, switching sauces. That's the key to success. You got to switch sauces.
And then I think you got to, just discovered they had a Polynesian sauce the other day. Pretty tasty. Number 2, I think you got to put the McDonald's fries in there. They of course won our fast food bracket, first place. They're timeless. They're still really good. And then number 3, I'm going to be a little fancy here. I'm going to say Ike's sandwiches, DK. It's the best Dutch crunch bread you can get outside of San Francisco, down here in Southern California. And I've been going to it more and more, maybe once a month, which is big for me. So not a lot of people in other states.
What's your order? What do you get?
What
do you get? The Will Kane?
Oh God, I can't even. It might be the Hunter Pence. The Hunter Pence, I believe. Former one-star recruit Hunter Pence.
Former one-star,
has
good
a good
one.
sandwich there.
It's no Little Lucas or Darby Dan's. If you know, you know. But nevertheless, that is a great. It's not fast food though, Rip. No, whatever. Let's stay in food. Let's just with snacks here. Single greatest chip or snack food of all time.
Cheez-Its, baby.
No,
hands down.
No, you just said that because you know I retired them.
No, I mean I've eaten a box to myself in one sitting as recently as April, I'd say.
And
I've
still
been
really
eating-
enjoy it when they hit your mouth. You still think, damn, that's fucking great.
It's like what they claim about Pringles, that once you pop, you can't stop. You actually can stop with Pringles. You cannot stop with Cheez-Its.
I knew you were gonna say that shit. I'm still for me, salt and vinegar Pringles, even though they give me the runs. What trend or piece of pop culture from our childhood completely holds up today?
It's actually baggy pants. I
Yeah.
don't wear them, obviously, but I've been seeing the kids wear
Yeah.
them more and more. I mean, it went out for a while, but it's totally back. And it's
I
baggy
mentioned
pants.
it in my thrift store game. I'm back on the baggy cats. It's back to like skater swag is back. I was gonna say the same fucking thing, Rip. Baggy pants are back. 1999 to 2026. Anything else? Anything else? Pop trends? Anything else? Testies. Big boobs, and you think you'll see those boobs again back in San Antonio, or they'll 86 that?
There's no way they're not going to show them every game. Those women are going to the games for free. If they were paying before, they're going to every finals game for free now.
I'm cool if that's a new thing behind every head coach. You just put four tatas. I co-sign on that being part of NBA basketball. Not to mention the old NBA Finals court. Hardwood's going to be back with a big trophy in the middle and the NBA Finals logo back on as it should be. Enjoy the NBA Finals. Enjoy summer, the heat. Make sure you get out and you're safe and get outside and have some fun with your family. And we'll be back next week. Next week, we're going to fucking try. I'm going to say it, Rip. Week after week. One Star Recruits, we appreciate you. Peace.
See you next week.